Namaste. My name is JVN Manisha Singh. Today I am teaching you spectrophotometer. Spectrophotometer is a specialized instrument that can be used to measure and quantify the reflectance and transmittance properties of a sample material. Among the many uses of spectrophotometers is in the food industry where many foods are colored using federally specified and approved food dyes. Because these food dyes have been given rigorous chemical inspection, they have many properties that are well documented and that can be used to easily identify them. One of the ways that dyes can be quickly identified is through the use of spectrophotometry, which is an area of science that deals with how specific materials absorb and reflect light. Then spectrophotometer is an instrument that measures the amount of photons, that is the intensity of light absorbed after it passes through the sample solution. With the spectrophotometer, the amount of non-chemical substance, that is concentrations, can be determined by measuring the intensity of light detected. Depending on the range of wavelength of light source, it can be classified into two different types: UV visible spectrophotometer and IR spectrophotometer. In UV visible spectrophotometer uses light over the ultraviolet range 185 to 400 nanometer, and visible range is 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer of the electromagnetic radiation spectrum. In IR spectrophotometer, it uses light over the infrared range 700 nanometer to 15,000 nanometer of electromagnetic radiation spectrum. Then this is the principle of spectrophotometer. The light source basically passes from the monochromator or prism, then that incident light, and there is a cuvette in which the sample is filled. Then that sample is detected by the photodetector and the amplifier, and that amplifier basically gives the output in the values and the recorder. Then there is this is the light source that is basically collides on the lens, passes through the lens, then it will pass through the monochromator, which will gives a wavelength selector, and which will pass through the slit. Basically there is a incidence light to the transmittance light, and there is a digital display or meter or a detector. It consists of a light source, a collimator, and a monochromator, a wavelength selector, a cuvette for the sample solution, and a photoelectric detector, and a digital display or a meter. This is the diagrammatic representation of the spectrophotometer. Then a spectrophotometer is a general consist of two devices, a spectrophotometer and a photometer. A spectrophotometer is a device that produces, typically disperses and measures light, and a photometer indicates the photoelectric detector that measures the intensity of light. Spectrometer, it produces a desired range of wavelength of light. First, a collimator. Collimator is basically lens which transmits a straight beam of light, photons, that passes through a monochromator. Monochromator is basically a prism. To they slit it into several components, wavelengths or a spectrum. Then a wavelength selector transmits only the desired wavelength as shown in the figure. Then photometer is after the desired range of wavelength of light passes through the solution of the sample in the cuvette, the photometer detects the amount of photons that is absorbed and then sends a signal to a galvanometer or a digital display shown in the figure. This is a picture of a single wavelength spectrophotometer. Then absorbance of two different compounds. This is basically a graph in between the absorbance and the wavelength in nanometer. Then looking at the graph that measures absorbance and wavelength, an isosbestic point can also be observed. An isosbestic point is the point wavelength in which the absorbance of two or more species are same. The appearance of an isosbestic point is a reaction. In a reaction, demonstrate that an intermediate is not required to form a product from from the reactant. Figure shows an example of isobestic point. That is the isobestic point where the absorbance or wavelength is similar for all the compounds. Referring back to figure 1, the amount of photon that goes through the cuvette and into the detector is dependent on the length of the cuvette and the concentration of the sample. Once you know the intensity of light after it passes through the cuvette, you can relate it with the transmittance, and transmittance is the fraction of light that passes through the sample. This can be calculated by the transmittance IT by I0, where it is the light intensity after the beam of light passes through the cuvette, and I naught is the light intensity before the beam of light passes through the cuvette. Transmittance is related to absorption by the expression. Absorption A is equal to minus log T and minus log transmittance, and minus log transmittance is equal to IT by IO. When absorbance stands for the amount of photons that is absorbed with the amount of absorbance known from the above equation, you can determine the unknown concentration of the sample by using Lambert's-Beer's law. Figure 5 illustrates the transmittance of light through a sample. Basically, the length L is the used for the Lambert's-Beer's law, which is described in the below. Then what is Lambert's-Beer's law? Lambert's-Beer's law states that there is a linear relationship between the absorbance and the concentration of a sample. For this reason, Beer's law can only be applied when there is a linear relationship. Beer's law is written as A upon, where AA is the area measure of absorbance and it is unitless. Epsilon is the molar extinction coefficient or molar absorptivity or absorption coefficient. L is the path length and C is the concentration. The molar extinction coefficient is given as a constant and varies for each molecule. Since absorbance does not carry any units, the units for epsilon must cancel out the units of cancel, length and concentration. As a result, epsilon has the units L per mole per centimeter, and the path length is measured in centimeters because a standard spectrometer uses a cuvette that is 1 centimeter in width. 1 is always assumed to equal 1 centimeter. Since absorption epsilon and the path length are known, we can calculate the concentration Cc of the sample. Then what are the application of the spectrophotometer? Some of the major applications of spectrophotometers include the following: detection of concentration of the substances, detection of impurities, structure elucidation of organic compounds, monitoring dissolved oxygen content in freshwater and marine ecosystems, characterization of proteins, detection of functional group, respiratory gas analysis in hospitals, molecular weight determination of compounds, and the visible and UV spectrophotometer may be used to identify classes of compounds in both the pure state and in the biological preparation. Hope you all are satisfied with this video session. This session is powered by Digital version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. If you have any query, please mention it in a comment box. I will resolve them whenever we have a live session. Thank you so much for watching this.